The 1% don't wait for the right moment. They create it. If you keep waiting for the perfect time, you'll be waiting forever. The truth is, there is no perfect time. The people who change their lives, the ones we call the 1%, don't sit around hoping for the right moment. They take what they have right now and make it work. Think about it. How many times have you said, "I'll start when I have more money, when I feel ready, when things calm down"? But life never really calms down. There will always be bills, problems, distractions, and fears. If you wait for everything to line up, you'll never move. The people who succeed don't have fewer obstacles. They just stop making excuses. They take messy action. They start small. They figure it out as they go. That's how businesses are built. That's how dreams are chased. That's how ordinary people do extraordinary things. Waiting keeps you stuck. Action gets you unstuck. And the moment you stop waiting for permission, you realize you had the power to begin all along. So don't wait for tomorrow or next week or the perfect moment. Start now with what you have, where you are. Because the 1% mindset isn't about waiting for opportunity, it's about creating it. And the moment you take action, you join them. Small daily choices shape a big future. Have you ever noticed how the smallest habits can completely change your life? Not overnight, but slowly, quietly, day after day. Think about it. Choosing to drink water instead of soda seems tiny. Reading 10 pages of a book feels like nothing. Going for a 10-minute walk doesn't feel life-changing. But here's the secret. Those little decisions don't stay little. They stack up. They build momentum. And over months and years, they shape the person you become. Imagine two people who start at the same place. One chooses the snooze button, fast food, and endless scrolling. The other chooses to wake up, eat a little better, and learn something new each day. A week later, there's almost no difference, but a year later, they're in completely different worlds. One is stuck in the same cycle, while the other has grown, learned, and built a better future, step by step. Your life isn't built by one big decision. It's built by thousands of small ones. Every choice is like casting a vote for the person you want to become. So ask yourself today, what small choice can I make right now that my future self will thank me for? Because greatness isn't about giant leaps. It's about tiny steps, repeated with purpose, until you look back one day and realize you've created a life you once only dreamed of. Discipline beats motivation every time motivation feels amazing. But let's be real, it never lasts. Some days you'll wake up excited and ready to conquer the world. Other days, you won't even want to get out of bed. That's normal. That's being human. But here's the difference between those who succeed and those who don't. The winners don't wait to feel like it. They show up anyway. That's discipline. Think about brushing your teeth. You don't wake up every day feeling motivated to do it, but you still do, because you know it matters. That's how success works too. The people you admire aren't superhuman. They just built the habit of showing up whether they felt like it or not. Motivation is a spark. It gets you started. But discipline is the engine that keeps you moving when the spark burns out. It's waking up for the gym when you're tired. It's sitting down to study when you'd rather scroll your phone. It's choosing progress over excuses, again and again. And here's the truth. Every time you choose discipline, you prove to yourself that you're stronger than your feelings. That builds confidence. That builds results. So the next time you don't feel motivated, remind yourself, you don't need to feel like it to do it. Just take the step. Just show up, because discipline beats motivation every single time. Failure isn't the end. It's feedback. Failure hurts. It stings. It makes you question yourself. But here's the truth. Failure is not the finish line. It's just information. It's feedback telling you what didn't work, so you can figure out what will. Think about a baby learning to walk. They fall over and over again. Do they give up? No. They stand back up, wobble a little, and try again. Why? Because every fall teaches balance. Every mistake brings them closer to that first step. That's exactly how life works. The problem is, as we grow older, we start treating failure like proof that we're not good enough. We take one rejection, one mistake, one setback, and we stop trying. But the people who win in life are the ones who see failure differently. They don't ask, why me? They ask, what can I learn? Edison failed 1,000 times before inventing the light bulb. Athletes lose countless games before becoming champions. Every success story you admire has a trail of failures behind it. The only difference is they didn't quit. So when you fail, don't see it as the end. See it as a lesson. Adjust, improve, try again. Because failure isn't your enemy, it's your teacher. And every time you learn from it, you're one step closer to the life you dream of. Growth begins the moment you leave your comfort zone. Nothing changes inside your comfort zone. It feels safe, it feels familiar. But let's be honest, safe doesn't build strength, and familiar doesn't create growth. The moment you step outside of that bubble, that's when you truly start becoming more. Think about the first time you learned to swim, speak in front of a class, or try something new. At first, your heart was racing, your palms were sweaty, you felt fear. But after you did it, you walked away stronger, braver, and more confident. That's what stepping out of your comfort zone does. It stretches you. Every skill, every achievement, every breakthrough in your life will come from moments that scared you at first. The gym feels uncomfortable at the start. Starting a business feels risky. Talking to new people feels awkward. But those exact experiences are the ones that help you grow. The truth is, fear isn't a sign to stop. It is a sign you're on the edge of growth. If it feels uncomfortable, it probably means you're moving in the right direction. So stop waiting for comfort. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Take the leap. Try the thing that scares you. Because the version of you you're dreaming about, they're waiting for you on the other side of fear. Surround yourself with people who push you higher. Look around at the people in your life, because whether you realize it or not, they're shaping who you become. The truth is, your environment matters more than your intentions. You can have the biggest dreams in the world, but if you spend all your time with people who don't believe, who don't grow, who don't try, you'll start shrinking too. Think about it. If your closest friends spend every evening complaining, gossiping, and wasting time, eventually you'll do the same. But if you surround yourself with people who challenge you, who celebrate growth, who chase goals, you'll naturally rise to their level. Energy is contagious. It's like climbing a mountain. If your group is pulling you down, the climb feels impossible. But if your group is cheering you on, pulling you up, and reminding you of the view ahead, you'll reach heights you never thought possible. This doesn't mean cutting everyone out of your life. It means being intentional. Spend more time with those who make you think bigger, those who hold you accountable, those who remind you of your potential when you forget it yourself. So choose wisely, because the right people won't just walk beside you, they'll push you higher. And one day, you'll realize their belief gave you the strength to believe in yourself. The hardest road often leads to the best view. The toughest moments in life are often the ones that shape you the most. The road feels long, steep, and lonely. You wonder if it's even worth it. But here's the truth. The hardest paths usually lead to the most beautiful destinations. Think about hiking up a mountain. The climb is exhausting. Your legs burn, your lungs ache, and every part of you wants to stop. But when you finally reach the top, the view takes your breath away. That moment makes every step, every struggle, every drop of sweat worth it. Life works the same way. The challenges you face, the rejection, the setbacks, the nights you feel like giving up are part of the climb. They're not signs to quit. They're proof that you're on a path that actually matters. Easy roads rarely lead anywhere worth going. It's the hard road that builds strength, patience, and resilience. Every champion, every success story, every person who made it, walked through struggles most people would have quit on. And that's exactly why they reached the view others never saw. So when life gets tough, Don't run from it. Keep climbing. Keep pushing. Because one day you will look back from the top and realize it was the struggle that made the victory so beautiful. Consistency turns average effort into greatness. Here is a secret most people don to want to hear. You don to need to be the smartest, the fastest, or the most talented to win. What really matters is showing up again and again, even when it's boring, even when it's hard. That's the power of consistency. Think about water dripping on a rock. One drop does nothing, 10 drops do nothing. But thousands of drops over time, they carve through stone. That's the strength of steady effort. The same goes for life. Reading 10 pages a day doesn't sound impressive, but do it every day for a year, and you've read more books than most people in a lifetime. Doing 20 push-ups won't transform you overnight, but do them daily, and one day you'll look in the mirror and see the results of your commitment. Greatness doesn't come from one big leap. It comes from small, repeated steps stacked over time. Consistency beats bursts of intensity because it builds habits, and habits shape who you become. So don't underestimate average effort. Don't quit just because progress feels slow. Keep showing up, keep stacking those days. Because when you stay consistent, even ordinary effort becomes extraordinary. Your future self isn't built in a single moment. It is built in the choices you repeat daily. Stay steady, stay consistent. Greatness will follow. Focus on progress, not perfection. Perfection is a trap. It whispers, don't start until it's perfect. Don't try unless you're sure. And because of that, so many people never even begin. But here's the truth. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to make progress. Think about learning to ride a bike. Nobody got it right the first time. You wobble, you fall, you scrape your knees. But each attempt makes you better. Progress, not perfection, is what gets you moving. Life is the same. Maybe you want to start a business, write a book, lose weight, or learn a new skill. Waiting until everything is perfect will keep you stuck forever. But if you take one small step today, then another tomorrow, eventually you'll look back and see how far you've come. Even the people you admire, the athletes, the artists, the leaders, weren't perfect when they started. They stumbled, they failed, but they kept moving forward, and that progress turned into mastery. So stop beating yourself up for not being flawless. Instead, celebrate your small wins. Did you do a little better than yesterday? That's progress, and progress is what transforms lives. Remember, you don't need to be perfect to be proud of yourself. Just keep moving forward, step by step. Perfection is impossible, but progress will make you unstoppable. Your thoughts create your reality. Guard them carefully. Your mind is the most powerful tool you have. The thoughts you feed, it shape the life you live. If you keep telling yourself you can't, you won't. But if you start believing you can, you'll find a way. That's how powerful your thoughts are. They build the foundation of your reality. Think about it. Two people can face the same challenge. One says, this is impossible. The other says, this is hard, but I'll figure it out. Guess who wins? Not because the second person had more talent, but because they chose a thought that pushed them forward instead of holding them back. Your brain listens to everything you say to yourself. If you fill it with negativity, doubt, and fear, that's the world you'll live in. But if you fill it with belief, courage, and possibility, you'll start noticing opportunities you never saw before. It's like planting seeds. Negative thoughts grow into weeds that choke your dreams. Positive thoughts grow into trees that carry you higher. So guard your mind. Be careful with the words you repeat to yourself. Choose thoughts that build you, not break you. Because the truth is, your reality starts in your head. Change your thoughts, and you'll change your life.